Hello, welcome to my Journey Box project. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about what my topic is and how I decided to go about it in my lesson. The topic that I decided to choose was on community helpers, and it is categorized in the four core standards. It fits under civics. The grade that this is intended to is for kindergarteners, and the standard is a California standard, which would be the HSS K.3, and this standard focuses and its purpose is for students to match simple descriptions of work that people do and the names of related jobs at the school, in local community, and from historical accounts. A book for children's literature that would allow for myself to be able to deepen the students' understanding and knowledge of community helpers would be Guess and Learn Careers, My Community Helpers book by Pauline and illustrated by Afzal. This book, we are able to see how the main character's name is Zola. We are able to see how she wanted to find out what she wanted to do when she grew up. She goes through the whole story, discovering different types of helpers in our community, and every time that she goes through it, she's able to kind of hint at which one is next, kind of describing what each career helper does, which gives a good example to the readers when I'm or themselves are reading the book, because they are able to get a description of what each community helper does and how they help our community. This book, we are able to see a read aloud story on this book on YouTube, and the link is provided here. And we are also able to see that we can get the book on Amazon. It's either you can get it hardcovered or you can get it for free if you read it online on Kindle. Some resources and lesson plans that I kind of would all fit together with my community helpers topic would be these 5 that are listed here. I was able to find various resources that I really thought were interesting that would really help my students be able to get a deeper understanding of what this topic consists of, and also be able to, for myself, kind of make it interactive and for them to be engaged at all times and different ways that different learners might want to engage and learn. The first one I was able to find was on a video. The video goes to different community helpers and it kind of shows what they do, and it's a good tool because for students to be able to visually see examples of what community helpers do. I was able to find a song that would allow for students to be able to understand how the community helpers help out in our community, and with the rhythm of the song and the repetition, it opens up the opportunity for the learners to kind of sing along and remember what all the different types of things that they do in our community. Third, I was able to find a resource which was a quiz. It's like a video quiz that kind of asks questions and gives the description of all the community helpers, which then the students out loud as a classroom are able to respond to. It was a fun way for teachers to be able to see and understand the level of learning that's being done with the topic. And I was able to find a game. It's a website to a game where each of the students is kind of able to tour around in a town with all the different community helpers. The students are able to kind of click around and see the different types of tools and things that the career helper does. And it's a fun way for the student to kind of be entertained, to be not just entertained, but be able to get learning out of it. And lastly, I found another music video that allows for there to be an interactive way of learning in the same topic, and for students to kind of be able to dance and learn the dance to then be able to play every time that this is talked about, which then they are able to kind of remember everything that they're learning through the song, through the dance moves. One of my primary and secondary sources was this one, and this one would be good to be able to answer the following 3 questions. Who is a community helper? What job does a dentist do? How is a bus driver a community helper? My second one was on this video, which would answer these questions, which you would be able to answer these questions through it, which would be, what do teachers help with? What kind of community helper helps people when they are sick? And lastly, who uses big tools and machines to build? My third primary/secondary source would be this one right here, this link that's provided. And you're able to see you're able to answer these questions, which would be, who catches misbehaving people? How would you describe a farmer? And how is a teacher a community helper? My next one would be this source right here, and you'd be able to answer the following questions, which are, what tools does a nurse use? Who uses handcuffs? And what do community workers use helmets? My last one, with this link that's provided, is, where does a cook work? Who goes to our homes to fix pipes? And what community worker works in a library? And my art infusion. The link provided here, with my art infusion, we are able to see how there are multiple different ways that art can be included in the learning that is done. And we are able to see here that the 3 that I decided to choose are all visual art. I think that it is one of the best ways to be able to teach this topic to students that are in kindergarten based off of their attention span. And here we are able to see the description and ways that we are able to help them out through each and every single one of my activities that I decided to choose. And lastly, we are able to see my narrative. My narrative was my summary on how exactly I went about the project, why I chose it, and why I decided to go about teaching this topic in this way. I'm very thankful for you guys listening to my Journey Box project, and I hope you are able to learn from it.